Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Stephanie. This is a new location, as you can see. Hopefully we're not getting a whole bunch of echo from the kid. This is the week 17, April the 25th through May the 1st weekly wrap up for you guys. As I said, this is the week 17, April the 25th through May the 1st weekly wrap up. So I am doing this in a new location today because I didn't feel like taking all of this stuff downstairs into the recording room because we have a swim meet to get to here shortly. So gonna make this super quick. I have a lot to go through and go over. So let's just get to the book mail type stuff that I did get. I purchased this, I believe. Oh my goodness. And I don't have any scissors. They moved all my scissors. That always did. Loads of fun. But Could Have Been Us by Corinne Michaels came out this week. I got my physical copy of it because I had to have it for my collection, and it is glorious. It's an amazing, amazing show, or amazing book. What am I talking about? Show. Oh my gosh. This is what happens when I get all discombobulated and have to do things in different places. But I will be talking about this book. Nope, talked about it last week and you guys got to see. That's right. I did this one on TikTok, and I also did the review for it last week in last week's wrap up. So if you want to check that out, go to last week's post for the thoughts on this book. But I had to have a physical copy of it. Needed it for my collection. Then I also got a package from the amazing Amy Dawes because I had to finish out that collection as well. And this is my copy of Replay by Amy Dawes. Yes, this is Santino and Tilly's book, so I had to have a copy of it. This released 2 weeks ago, and I did a review on that one, and you can go check that one out as well. Then I got some stuff from Amazon. I don't know, I can't remember if it's stuff for the channel or if it's just personal stuff, so I figured I'd open the box with you guys right now. Let's see. The kiddo brought me scissors. Isn't that nice of him? Let's see. Okay, yeah. So I bought a sweatshirt, and then I also bought my copy of The Road to Rose Bend by Naima Simone. This is one of the picks for the monthly read-along. So if you have not checked out that poll, go check out that poll and make your decision on either this book or the other book that is suggested in the poll. And then we will read together, and that poll closes on May the 7th, so get your vote in now. And we will not read together. We will have a Zoom discussion about either one of the books that you guys decide, whichever one you decide. I'm going to read it, and then we're going to have a Zoom meeting about it and discuss it. I don't know what my hair looks like. So this girlfriend right here, she came a little longer. She's the same one that I was wearing in last week's review, I think it was, and I had to give her a little snippet. I kind of like this. This is the length that I was trying to go for in the first place, and hopefully it plays off now. I'm off on a tangent, but I had to get a copy of this as well for my shelves, and then I bought some sweatshirts. Let's see what this one is. Yes, so that is it for the book mails. Woo, alrighty, let's talk about the things that I read last week. So, started off the week by finishing Endurance by Alexandra Silva. Placed this in contemporary / romantic suspense. I actually kind of think that this kind of fell flat from the romantic suspense aspect of it. I'll get into that in just a little bit. But so I give this one 4.25 stars and 2.5 Steam fans. I read this as an ARC. It's part of the Salvation Society. This book has been released. It's in KU. I believe it's in KU, but it is available for you to read as well. So in the story, we have Avery, we have Garrett. Garrett is Mark and Charlie's brother. So Mark's brother, Charlie's brother-in-law, and he is a doctor. Avery is the best friend, or is a friend of Charlie. She's known her for a while. This book has content warning for domestic violence and sort of running away and cheating. It started off really, really well. I like the premise of the story and everything like that, but I think it drew on just a little too long, and the resolution between Avery and her husband didn't go. I don't know that I would say that it didn't go as I liked it to have went, but it didn't sort of get there fast enough. There we go. That's how I'm going to go. And then there was some other aspects to it that didn't seem like they were completely fleshed out for me. I did have to like read the ending like 2 or 3 times to even see what I had missed, or if I had missed something. And I was just like, I was kind of confused. It kind of got a little jumbled there in the weeds for me. The next book that I finished reading was Reawakening the Dragon, which is Stonefire Dragons number 4 by Jessie Donovan. I placed this in Paranormal Romance, and I give it 4 stars, 3 Steam fans, and I listened to this as an audiobook. This is part of the Stonefire series, like I said, and this was another disappointment, which I was very, very upset about, because both of the books that I just talked about, Reawakening the Dragon and Endurance, took me pretty much the entire week to read. The entire week. Because I just nothing about either one of them kind of grabbed me. So back to Reawakening the Dragon, right? So this one follows Jane and Kai. Jane is this reporter that is trying to flush out the Dragon Knights, in which are trying to like do bad things in this world that Jessie has created. This book just really fell flat for me, and I found myself like drifting off on it and not really finding anything that I could like really grab onto. And as a matter of fact, I think I'm going to probably drop that rating down to like a 3.5 instead. It still gives it a 4 on the Goodreads scale because I round up in my ratings, but yeah, this one just didn't really go anywhere. And then there was another protector that kept getting brought up, and it just kind of seemed like it was jumble. Maybe this was a fluff book that didn't have any sort of connection. I don't know. Some of the other reviews that I noticed said that this was put out in serials first and then it was put into a book, so maybe that was the intrigue, but I don't know. Then I picked up Forget Me Not by QB Tyler. Woo! I don't know where I want to exactly put this. I don't know if I want to put it in dark romance for the forbidden aspect that is going on within this book, or if I just want to place it in contemporary. I give this book 4.25 stars. I give it 3 Steam fans. Listen to it as an audiobook, and I picked this up on a whim. I want to say it came in I want to say it was the February Bell book box, and I have the special edition copy of it. I think this is the book. But I definitely wanted to read this. In the story, we have Olivia, we have Bennett. Bennett ends up getting into a car accident, and when he gets to the hospital, come to find out he has amnesia. He's lost 2 years of his life. He's also lost 2 years with Olivia, and they were in the midst of getting a divorce at the time. And so now Olivia has to sort of, reconcile with that of, do I continue to keep Bennett at arm's length because we were getting a divorce already, and do I try and forgive him? Well, the doctor happens to be a friend and convinces Olivia to let Bennett come back home, because the last memories that he has is that they were happy, they were together, that they were, living in bliss in their relationship. This is also a interracial relationship, and I really, really enjoyed this. There is content warning for miscarriage and amnesia, as I said. Also, cheating is discussed very, very heavily in this book. And I am not a huge person when it comes to cheating to like the book, but the way that QB Tyler did this, it was just absolutely amazing. And I really, really, really enjoyed the story. So much so that I actually ended up listening to the last 2 hours of it 2 times. Just so I can be like, okay, So I could feel that sense of, did I really hear what I heard, and did things resolve the way that I think they resolved? And I was happy for it. Then the final book that I finished reading last week was Hold the Forevers by K.A. Linde, and I am placing this in contemporary. I give this book 4.5 stars. I give it 3 Steam fans. I had it as an ARC, I think, but I wasn't able to get to it before the release. It is available for you to read. I listened to it as an audiobook, and Aaron did an amazing job of narrating this book. K.A. Linde had always been a angsty romance writer for me. She has branched out into some other things that I have absolutely loved, but this book right here brings you back to the angst, because she starts you at the end of the book. Well, yeah, sort of the end of the book, the climax of the book, where you are introduced to Layla, and she is on her wedding day, and you don't know who she's about to marry. Is it going to be Cole? Is it going to be Ash? Is it going to be Ash? Is it going to be Cole? You don't know which one she's going to marry. She's in love with both of them. And then it flashes back to the beginning of Layla's story and finding out where and how and who. And there were times I wanted to throw my device, because this story was just that angsty and frustrating. But it ended the way that I wanted it to end, and I was happy for it. I stayed up way too late last night finishing this book so that I can tell you guys to go read it, because it's absolutely amazing and I loved it. As I've said in some other videos, that I am not a big fan of love triangles, but love triangles, when K.A. Linde does them, gives me all that angst and just that tension that I absolutely love within a book. And she does something that is so special, and I absolutely loved this little triangle that was going on. What am I currently reading? I am currently reading I will be picking up Today, Tomorrow, and Always by Tessa Bailey. This is the 3rd book in the Phenomenal Fate series. I have it now. I'm super excited to read this. I have been waiting for it. It kind of like just popped up at me, and I was just like, oh, okay. Yeah, this is out now. That's what we're doing. I'm also going to be reading Serving Sin by Angelina M. Lopez. This is the 3rd book in that series that I picked up because of the Brown Nipple Challenge by Nana Malone. Yes, I am loving Angelina's books. This is about the security guard turned new position and kind of his story. I'm really excited to hear about that. I will also be reading Heirly Ever After. Yeah, I can never pronounce this word. Heirly Ever After. By Magan Vernon. This is the 2nd book, kind of a spin-off book from Happily Ever After, I believe the 1st book is called. But in this book, we have the sister of our main character that is getting married, and she meets a Scottish guy, on a train, and come to find out that Scottish guy has a little bit of a secret as well, and is possibly the heir to her sister's soon-to-be husband's estate and lordship, and it's all set in England, and yeah, it's a royalty romance. I'm here for it. I was also greatly appreciative to have had dropped onto my Kindle as ARCs the 5 new Salvation Society books, which I'll be getting into as well. Those release next week. So, and I will be, because Alethea is so amazing and sent me a physical copy of her new book that will be coming out May the 18th, Devil's Deal. I will be reading this in physical form, which is why it's going to take me quite some time to read it, because it's in physical form. I haven't gotten the ARC copy of it digitally, so I will be starting it as a physical book. So yeah, that is what I'm currently reading. Alrighty, let me know if you've read any of those books. Make sure that you are either upgrading or downgrading your Patreon subscription here on the channel or here on the page, because I have shrunk it down to a one flat fee of $8, and you will get all of the content. If you do that before the 14th of May, you will be added into a special, possibly giveaway type thing. I have to be very, very careful when I put in the description box about things like that. I will be gifting someone. Gifting, I think that's what I have to say. Someone from the Patreon group that signs up before May the 14th or switches over before May the 14th to continue on. If you don't switch before then, you will go into a non-category status and you may lose all of your benefits from paying and things like that. Check out the letter that I wrote, or the writing that I wrote a couple days ago, and it gives all the explanation of all the new changes and stuff like that. As well as make sure that you are voting on the poll to see what we're going to read together. Like I said, that closes on May the 7th and everything like that. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. There's feedback form down in the description box. Actually, not in our description box because it's on Patreon. So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in another video.